Rolling. All right. Cinefest Uncut with Jeff James Monson, take one.
All right. Hi, my name is Zachary Tanner, and I'm the host of the Cinefest Uncut. We are here with Jeff James Monson. We're going to talk about his movie, The Ol Amity Blues, which is showing in Cinefest on November 18th at 4 p.m. So, hey Jeff.
Hey.
So we just want to start off with an introduction for you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, such as birth date, home address, relationship status,
Social insurance number. Yeah. Single ladies. I am 35 years old. I've made, this is my 7th film, and grew up on the mainland, moved to the island 6 years ago, met you, and now it's just all blossoms and roses.
Okay. For the audience who've maybe not heard about your movie, can you give them a pitch?
The movie is about friendship between two guys, and it's just examining friendship and what that means, and betrayal and trust and time, how time affects friendship, or it doesn't sometimes. And so this movie is about these two friends. One of them, they have prior beef with each other, and you'll find out why. But one day he knocks on his door and says, "I'm in trouble. I'm in a gambling debt, and I need your help. Let me in so I can hide at your place." He says no, and he finally convinces him. He lets him inside, and he realizes that he doesn't like this guy anymore. And so he calls the guys that are after him and says, "You want him? Come get him." But as they spend more time together throughout the night and reconnect with each other, he realizes that I shouldn't have snitched on my buddy. And by that point, it's too late, and then all hell breaks loose. Yeah.
Okay. So this your 7th movie, and it's not your first feature.
No.
What is it about a feature that you? I mean, it's a big undertaking. So what is it that motivates you to take that challenge?
I prefer to watch feature films than short films. I find like short films are harder to do. Just like a TV show, 22 minutes is harder to do. It's harder to get, like a novella, it's harder to get your whole concept across in a shorter amount of time, I feel. So, and I enjoy spending time with the characters and getting to know them. And especially, I think with comedy, a short film is a bit easier maybe, but to build suspense, I feel that, like, this is sort of a suspense drama. It takes time. Time is a powerful thing. So, I just feel like I like to get invested with the character and see all these different sides of them rather than just one moment. I want to see how they act in different environments with different people around them. And I'm just more interested in people and how they behave. And so I feel like a full-length film is also a really good challenge, just technically, is trying to get there so you can put out a full-length film that is reasonably well done. And then that comes with like months of rehearsals prior and long days shooting. Like we did 10 days of shooting, and they were all I think about 8-hour day. I just enjoy watching full lengths. I like long movies. I like the big 3-hour movies like Heat and just any movie, as long as I love long movies.
Do you ever think you'll make a 3-hour movie someday?
I would love to make it. I love hearing about like Sergio Leone and these directors that had these 6-7 hour films, and like how interesting would that be to see a 7-hour film, untouched, not cut by the studios. It's kind of like like we're saying, a TV show, but all no breaks, no cliffhangers, just continuous, right? So but I like to go short feature, because short is a talent, feature is a talent, and you should know how to do both. I think it's good to know.
Right. So when did you first get started on this feature, this idea, shooting, scripts?
Well, I think I wrote it. We started rehearsing in March, I think, or April, and we shot in June. But I think I wrote it in the October previous to that, and just kind of wrote it all at once. Whereas like I think my last film, I kind of pieced together a little bit pieces, just sort of subconscious pieces. Like David Lynch always talks about that, you know, like just taking a dream, you know, writing that down, a sentence, and then piecing it together like that. Amity Blues came together kind of all at once. But again, I went and I looked at what I liked in films and what I hadn't seen a lot in films. And I see a lot of buddy comedies, but I didn't see a lot of buddy dramas, you know? And so I looked at films like Mean Streets and films like that where, you know, it's just the relationship between Johnny Boy and Charlie in Mean Streets to me is like something that I haven't seen a lot of that, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm blabbing now. I'm blabbing on all the questions.
That's all right.
So
well, next one. So what was the biggest challenge for you?
Biggest challenge was, I guess maybe the sound. I think the sound was the biggest challenge because sound editing is not my favorite thing to do. It's like baking backwards or something, or cooking backwards, and you know you've got the whole dish, but you have to figure out the individual ingredients and how much of those individual. It's just it's a weird process that I don't enjoy at all, and even just recording the sound, it's just like it's so touchy, you know. Like I recommend anybody. Like I didn't have the greatest microphone. I think it was a couple $100. But I'd recommend like go get a very good microphone that's more than $200 microphone, and like have professionals do your sound. You know, like that's what I would recommend. Yeah, that's definitely the biggest hiccup, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, what are you most proud about with the movie?
I'm most proud, and my goal, I did achieve that. I think it was the acting. I think the acting is good. That was one of the goals, and the other goal was the coloring. I tried to like teach myself the sound. I tried to teach myself the coloring this time, rather than relying on other people to do it. And I think the coloring was almost up to par. But I really think the acting is the standout. Like I think most people will probably agree with that, because the rehearsals are always integral to me when making a film. It's just night and day from not doing rehearsals to doing rehearsals. And we spent a lot of time together, a lot of time chatting about the characters, changing things with the characters. And we came up with ideas on the fly too with the characters, but characters and acting is like something that can ruin a movie for me. So I always want to like make sure that's as best as it can possibly be. Yeah.
Okay. Nathan's coughing in the back room. All right, last one. So for our audience who hopefully comes to your movie, what would you like to say to them?
I'd like to say I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you leave with questions that aren't answered, and that you can use your imagination and imagine what happened before the film, imagine what happens after the film, and all the little things that happen in the film, the betrayal, the trust, the lies, all that. I hope that you just question things, because that's what I like to do when I watch a film is have questions and maybe rethink some of the things that I thought I was sure about. And I'm not looking to give you a warm fuzzy feeling or anything like that, but I hope that you feel something. That's part of it. And I hope that you are maybe inspired to make your own film, or go look at some of the other films that inspired this film.
All right, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. And hopefully you come to watch the Ol Amity Blues at CineFest on November 18th at 4 p.m. That's a